Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to clean up this reflector for a Coleman lantern, and this is a Coleman reflector. So a couple just quick tips before we start. Whenever you're taking out screws, always make sure you have the right size screwdriver. Okay, so like you wouldn't want to use a little screwdriver like this. Because what's going to end up happening is, we call it buggered up. You're going to bugger up the screws, okay? And they're not going to look good. So you always want to get a screwdriver that's going to fit totally in the screw. Now, this one's too narrow, okay? This one is the perfect size. It spans the entire slot, and there's no wiggle room in there, okay? So that's how you don't damage screws. So let's see how loose this is. Very loose. So we'll get that out. That's one. And of course, if any kind of screw is too stuck, use some WD-40 or PB Blast that'll loosen it up. But this is some type of Dorlin or whatever it's called, or some type of plastic, so that wouldn't need that. Alright, so we have those two screws out. We'll separate that. We'll take off this wing nut and pull that out, and then all that's left is those two screws. So we're going to get a wrench, put it on this side, and that's Phillips, so we'll get a correct size Phillips. Very tight. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put a little WD on that. And I'm going to let that soak for a few minutes, and I'll bring you back. Alright, so I'm back. I am going to use a socket instead, so I can get in there a little better. Let's see if I could just loosen it. Oh, it's wrong size. What do we got here? Huh. What size is that? Oh, I got a 10 millimeter in there. That doesn't belong in there. This should be a 3/8. Alright, so that's been soaking a little bit. I decided to use a socket and get it on there a little better. Let's see if this will loosen up. There you go. That's one. WD-40 makes your hands all slick. There you go. All right. So that's pretty easy to disassemble. You can see here behind where the bracket was how nice and shiny it was. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean this just with regular dishwashing soap and nothing very abrasive, just like a sponge. Clean that off. Now these all have, it looks like they're galvanized. So we're not going to want to put these in any kind of acidic cleaning solution. because that'll start to strip the galvanized coating off of it, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to soak everything except for the actual aluminum shield. All the metal parts are going to go in a Vaporust. And what that'll do is that should clean up all the rust off of it. And even though it's galvanized and there's really not a lot of rust on it, it's going to clean it up a little bit. And then we'll come back. I'll show you what it looks like and we'll take it to the next step. All right, so we got all the parts cleaned up, looking very, very nice. Vaporust did a great job. Then I just ran a little 4/0 steel wool on them. All the screws and everything came out great. The only thing that did not come out great was this little wing nut. And it looks like it has like a chrome finish on it. And this is just stamped. And it's all bent up. And I don't like it. So I'm replacing it with this galvanized wing nut. Now as far as the actual reflector itself, this was kind of a bear. It gets fingerprints and smudges all over it, but it came out okay. What I did was, I didn't go crazy on the outside, but I took some 4/0 steel wool with a little mother's mag, and I went over the whole thing inside and out. We're going to call the curved inside part. So inside and outside. Got all that oxidation off. Now, aluminum really doesn't pit. I mean, it will eventually get like little pits in it, but it gets more of a oxidized with discoloring. So it was a bear. I got it was very rough. I got all the roughness off, but as you can see, it's got a couple little scratches and stuff. And I had to go a little further, and I used some 800 grit wet and dry. Then I used some 1000. Then I used some 1200, and then I went over it again with mother's mag. So I didn't want to, go crazy. I mean, it took about an hour and a half to do that, but I'm happy with it. So let's put this back together. All right, let's see. My battery light's flashing. Hopefully I got enough left. All right, so there's the Coleman emblem, so that's going to go that way. Then, got to remember how this goes. So the handle goes this way. And then this goes on top. Okay, so we're going to put this like this, and this like this. Line everything up. Get one nut on, hold it in place. Okay, get our socket, hold that nut in. Did I put it right? Let's see. Might have put that upside down. Let me check. Yes, I put that upside down. All right, let me take that back off. Sometimes I just forget the camera's going and I want to move it out of frame. I put it upside down again. I got to be cognizant of where the stamping is. Let's take this out one more time. Third time's the charm, right? At least that's what they say. All right. All right, let's make sure we got that right this time. Yes. Okay. So we got this cutout up here and this flat part down here. Now we can tighten this down. Alright. So we got that on. Let's put the handle. The handle I just kind of cleaned off. I didn't really go crazy with this. All right, so there we go. It's pretty much together. Now we're gonna get a lantern and put it on the lantern. All right, so I have a lantern. This is one of the my parts lanterns, basically. I haven't done anything with this. It still has fuel in it. It's got mantles in it. I tried it. It's a runner. So we're just going to try it on here. You know, this is a perfect candidate for a, you know, I don't want to say a restoration, but a general cleanup. I mean, it's in really nice shape, you know. Got a little bit of rust on the cage, but that'll clean up really, really nice. The paint is nice when it's polished. Got a couple little scuffs here. Will probably all come off. It's actually a beauty. So let's get this on there. I checked the video of the other one when I took it off of. It was actually on the front by the valve, which I don't think it's supposed to be. I would like it directly in the back of it. So what you're going to do is, hopefully you can see that little slot there. That's going to slip underneath where the frame is, okay? Now this is the tricky part. You have to get this one. I don't see how you're going to see it, but this one has got to go like this on there. So you're probably not going to see it because everything's going to be blocking it, but I'm going to try to get it on there. I'm on now. Okay, now I have to get that wing nut. Yeah, and there you have it. That's how it goes. Now, I can see the advantages of being able to pick this up. Let me back off a little bit. You know, you can pick this up and direct the light where you needed it. All right, let's light it up and see. Now it's daytime, so I don't know how much we're gonna be able to see, but it's a runner. Yeah, I can see it throwing off some light. Let's kill the lights. That's pretty cool. Again, you know, it's going to be, I don't know if it's something I would keep on my lantern, you know, all the time. But in certain situations, I could definitely see it coming in handy, you know? Number one, you could pick it up easy and move it. And if it was, you know, somewhere where you wanted the light to be, you know, focused in one direction, yeah, it'd definitely come in handy. So, man, that was a quick, easy little project. I can see why they made them. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, like always, everyone, I'm going to say it. Thanks for coming along, my brothers and sisters. I'm sending you all much, much love and appreciation. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I hope you all are staying well, and we'll see you on the next one.